How you doing? I'm CK with Under Pressure Performance, and today we're going to be going over some revisions that we've made to our oil return system on the fender mount Corvette kits. This is going to apply both to the C5 and the C6, and this is going to supersede the instructions that are on our other video for how to do the routing in that. What we've done is revised it a little bit. Usually it came through and it teed right here and then went up over the top. We're trying to get a little bit more ground clearance off of it, so what we've done is actually routed it where it comes back a little bit further back here, tees together, and then goes up to the front. And you can see now we're well up above, instead of dropping below the downpipe here, we're well up above the frame as it needs to be. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and go over the oil system layout for the return. It's pretty basic. What we're going to do is we're going to come from each of the turbos here and here on the drivers, and we're going to bring them together, and we're going to come back, and we're going to tee them together right above the exhaust here. And then the T is going to face forward, and that's going to shoot right up over the motor mount here, and it's going to come down and plug right into our oil return pump. This has got the 90-degree fitting on our oil return pump. In order to get that on there, this heat shields here, sleeve does have to come off, so it's got some Allen bolts. You just loosen it up, slide it off, spin that on, and then slide it back on, bolt it back up into place. Coming out of the top with the oil return pump, we're going to use the 3/8-6 fitting, and that's going to go right up to the oil cap is where we're going to plug back in, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Alright, now starting over here on the driver's side, this is going to be the 38 or 36-inch line rather, sorry. It's got a straight and a 90. The straight is going to go right into the bottom of the turbo. It's going to come straight out of there. It's going to route underneath the car here by the exhaust, and it's going to go up inside the transmission tunnel right there to the 90-degree T, and that's going right, or 90-degree right into our T fitting right there, you can see. For the passenger side, this has got the 45-inch line. This has got the 45 on it. And you can see we're kicking it slightly backwards there. That's going to come right down, kind of travel the same path as the driver's side, go up inside the transmission tunnel there. And it's got the same thing on this end. It's got a 90-degree that we're going to drop right into the T. So the T is going to be facing side, and then forward. Now coming out of the front of the T, you can see here, we've got the 30-degree fitting, and this is the 55-inch line. This will be the longest line. And we want the T to face slightly downward like that. What that's going to do is help the oil pool and go into the T and into that line there. Now it's important to note, before this T, these oil lines all have to be sloping downhill. So you can't have a sag and then it come back up. It needs to be sloping downhill all the way until the T. After the T, we can create a suction on it, and then we can have some uphill movement in it. But before the T, it has to be downhill, otherwise the oil is going to back up into the turbos, and it's going to cause smoking out the exhaust. If you got smoking out the exhaust, 99% chance that the oil return has an obstruction in it, or it's going uphill, and the oil is not extracting out of the turbo properly like it should. So from here, I'm going to shoot right up through here, and you can see we're going to hit we're going right above the exhaust here, and we're going to come up right past the motor mount here, you can see. And that's just going to shoot us forward, and the straight side of this 55-inch line goes right into our oil return pump here. Now the dash 6 line coming from our oil return pump is going to shoot straight up, and that's going to be this line right here, and it comes up and it connects to the 90-degree to 1/4-inch adapter, and that's going to go right into our oil fill cap here. We're just going to drill and tap the cap. It is 2 layers in there, so it's actually hollow in the middle, so go slow once you go through the first layer so you don't hammer the second layer and risk breaking the cap on it. But basically just drill that out, tap it, screw the fitting in there, and you're good to go.